Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another reading vlog. And this week I'm going to be reading Crown of Wishes by Roshani Chasky. The cover is absolutely stunning, like it's so beautiful, and I cannot wait to start reading this. I'm not 100% sure what it's about. I haven't really looked at it too much. I think I'm going to really like it, and yeah, I cannot wait to see what it is. And yeah, so that's my plan for right now. I'm not 100% sure what else I'm going to be reading in this vlog yet. I tend to figure it out as I go along. I'm a mood reader, so I'm not really great at like pre-planning. But yeah, so this is currently my plan, and we will see where the rest of the week takes us. So I will see you for the next update. So I'm currently about 100 pages into A Crown of Wishes, and so far I really like it. I'm just about to start chapter 14. I really like the main girl is called Gory, and um, she's really strong and tough and smart, and she's quite sassy and sarcastic, and I'm really enjoying reading about her and like her personality. And then the Prince Vikram, he's quite arrogant, but also I don't dislike him. Um, he's entertaining to read, and he's got kind of a quirky kind of personality as well. So he's quite entertaining. So what it is Gauri is a princess who has been held prisoner in Vikram's land. He frees her so that she can assist him on a quest that he needs to fulfill, and it requires her to. He believes it requires her to do it. She's not the person he would really want to take with him, but it's who he has, and he believes that he cannot do it without her, and she's the only person that is able to do it with him. It wouldn't work for anyone else, so he believes. Yeah. So they've left like his city, and they have gone to a magic forest, and things have kind of unfolded from there. They are starting to begin the quest like properly now, and there's like some riddles and things that they've got to solve, and currently they don't want to work together, but they're gonna have to, and it's really quite fun. I honestly haven't read a whole lot of fantasy, so I don't have a ton to compare it to, but I'm really enjoying this so far. Yeah, so that's this update. I will hop back on and write a few chapters. So, alright. So I just finished chapter 18 of A Crown of Wishes, and Vikram and Gauri have just been set their first task, which is to find some kind of key. So it's really beautiful. The writing in this is so beautiful. There's some fake dating. They've had to pretend that they are a couple, which fake dating is one of my favourite tropes. Yeah, it is really quite stunning. I can't wait to see what is going to happen next. I really am enjoying the chemistry between Gauri and Vikram. They are so snarky with each other and sassy, but also have moments where they can be quite genuine. They've found a little bit of a common ground now, and moving kind of towards friends. But I love the way they interact. Like, some of the ways they speak to each other is so funny and so endearing. I really am quite enjoying them, reading about them. The book is like split into like POVs, so there's Gauri and then there's Vikram's, and I'm really like reading both of them, which I sometimes find for multiple POV books quite rare. I tend to prefer one POV over another, but in this I'm really enjoying reading both of their thoughts. It's all written quite seamlessly, there's a nice flow, and yeah, I really like the characters. They are very well written. Yeah. So I just finished A Crown of Wishes, and oh my gosh, the ending was just beautiful. It ended how I expected it to, but it really was beautiful. The story was so good, and I just couldn't put it down, honestly. It was really good. My only real complaint would be that it kept switching between first and third person a lot. Like, some chapters would be in first and some would be in third, and I found that quite jarring in a way. Like, I would get didn't love that switch up. I would have preferred they kept the same perspective all the way through. Yeah, that's my main thing. I loved the characters, Gauri and Vikram. I loved their relationship, the way it bloomed and blossomed. The way that even at the end they were teasing each other and snarky and sarcastic with each other. It was really good. Like, it wasn't a cheesy kind of a romance. It was real raw. Yeah, people that just grew to like each other over time. And I loved reading both characters, and I grew fond of both of them. And Vikram was, a little bit arrogant, but so was she. But neither of them were awful. Like, I didn't hate them. Then they weren't obnoxious with it. It really was quite lovely. I loved the storyline. I will say I didn't realise when I picked it up that it was actually a sequel for a book. I just thought it was a standalone, and I think it read like it could be a standalone. Like, it wasn't, occasionally some things would be mentioned, but it wasn't in a way that took away from this story. I don't feel like I missed out on anything by not reading the first book, or at least I wasn't like super confused about things by having missed out on the first book, which is kind of cool. So there is a first book in the series that I haven't read yet. I probably will. I think I will look back and see if I can find the first one, because this one was really interesting. I think I would probably give this one 4 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. It was really, really good. Like I said, just the change of first and third person did throw me off a little bit, but it wasn't enough to take away from the full experience. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look for the first book in the series and see how that is, because I get the impression that the first book is all about Gauri, and I think I'd really enjoy that, because I really enjoyed her in this book. She's really sassy and smart, and yeah, I really do enjoy her, so I'm definitely going to look for the first book. Yeah, so that was A Crown of Wishes. So in this blog, I'm also going to be reading The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I've seen this all over YouTube and Instagram and everywhere. I've heard mixed things about it. Some people really love it, some people really don't. I'm not 100% sure what it's really about, but yeah, I'm going to give this one a whirl. I found it in one of the little libraries around my neighbourhood, so I was really excited to find it, finally, and yeah, I'm going to give it a read and see how it is. part 1 of the Night Circus, and I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what has happened yet. So far we have Celia and Marco, who have been training their entire lives for some kind of contest, magical magician, illusionist battle thing that has been kind of prearranged between Celia's dad and a guy in a grey suit that kind of sort of adopted Marco, and he's been training him up ever since. Other than that, there isn't a ton that's happened. Like, we're quite a few chapters in, but there hasn't been much. I am not entirely enjoying it yet. Hoping that part 2 it picks up a little bit. Yeah, I don't even really have much of an update. I don't know what's happened. I'm just lost and confused, and just there's been a lot and nothing all at the same time. So that's exciting. Yeah, so I will read a bit more and be back in the next update. So I just finished part 2 of the Night Circus, and I'm afraid to say that I think this one is going to be a DNF from me. I've read the first 2 parts and I'm just not enjoying it at all. I gave it a good try. I suppose there's a possibility it gets better in part 3. But I haven't enjoyed it this far, so I'm thinking I think I need to stop. I don't know what it is, it's just very dry. It feels like quite drawn out and nothing has really happened. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot that has, but it's just nothing that seemed particularly important or interesting or exciting to read. It's just feels like a chore, and yeah, I am just not enjoying it, so I am going to find something else to read instead. So it ended up taking me a bit of time to decide what I wanted to read next, but I ended up going with Bunny by Mona Awad. It's some kind of, sounds like it might be kind of smutty. I don't know who to rant about it. It's been on my TBR for a while. Like, I've had it on my bookshelf for a while. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. It sounds like it's about like a sorority maybe called the Bunnies, and I don't know a whole lot about it other than that, but I am excited to give it a whirl and see what I think of it. This weekend is my city's annual Dragon Boat Festival, so the kid and I are gonna go and check out some of it, and should be in for a fun afternoon. just finished reading Bunny and it took a wild turn. It is such a weird book. It kind of reminds me of like the movie The Heathers. It is so bizarre and so weird, and it took some definite turns. It started out as pretty normal, like kind of making fun of like sororities, kind of almost. But then our main character Samantha kind of gets invited into the inner group of the sorority that she's been making fun of, and slowly she gets pulled more and more into it. And yeah, it's such a weird book. Very, very good. Like I really loved it, but incredibly weird. Like I wasn't expecting half of what happened to happen, and yeah, I thought it was gonna be, yeah, I didn't expect it to be this strange of a book, but I really loved it. It was really, really brilliant, brilliantly written. I will say I got muddled between all of the different bunny members. There felt like there was a lot more of them than there actually was. I think because at the start Samantha refers to them all as nicknames, and then they end up like, you know, like Cupcake and a Duchess and like things like that, Vignette. And then as she gets to know them better, she starts referring to them as like their proper names, and it honestly felt like there were way more characters in this group than there actually was. So I did get thrown off a little bit confused trying to figure out who was who. But yeah, it was a really good book. I did not expect to like it this much. Definite 5 stars for me. It was probably one of the best things I've read all year, actually, which is pretty good. So that was Bunny by Mona Awad. So good. So good. Yeah, so that was that. So this week's reading vlog was definitely a bit of a mixed bag. I had a couple of really good ones that I really liked, and then I had one DNF, which was a little unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. But that is it for this week, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back next week with another vlog.